Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 7, electricity and magnetism. In the first part of this chapter, we are going to see what is magnetism. You know what are magnets? You have studied in lower classes. In the previous class, we have seen that magnets are materials which can attract pieces of iron, nickel and cobalt. And the force by which this attraction takes place is called magnetism or magnetic force. So magnet is a substance mainly made up of iron or steel that has the capacity of attracting small pieces of iron, that is called magnet. Now magnet can be any shape. Now, and in magnet we have two main properties, that is the attractive property and the directive property. Suppose you suspend a magnet, suppose this is a magnet, okay, and if I freely suspend it, then what will happen? It will always point in the north-south direction. It will always, if I twist it, then again it will come on its own in the north-south direction. This is called the directive property. So a magnet when freely suspended, a bar magnet when freely suspended, it always points in the north-south direction. This is called the directive property of magnet. And a magnet of any shape attracts pieces of iron, nickel and cobalt, that is called the directive property. Okay, so these are the two direct properties. Now you see this figure properly. This is the earth and here is the geographical north pole and here is the geographical south pole. Here is the geographical north, here is the geographical south. And but near the geographical south, here we have the magnetic, means the direction in which, but if you suspend the magnet, then the magnet will point in this direction. Means this line joining the magnetic north and magnetic south is called the magnetic meridian. We call it magnetic meridian, and this line is called the geographical meridian. So these two meridians are not in the same line. There is an angle between the magnetic meridian and the geographical meridian, and this angle is called angle of, that is called magnetic declination. And this angle is called what, students? It is called magnetic declination. Okay, so magnetic declination is what? Is the angle between the magnetic meridian and the geographical meridian. Now, test for a magnet. Now suppose I have given a piece of iron. How will I understand that it is a magnet or just a unmagnetized piece of iron? So here we say that repulsion is the surer test of magnetism. Repulsion is the surer test of magnetism. Okay, suppose this is the piece which I want to infer whether it is a magnet or not. So if I bring a magnet near it, it attracts. If it attracts, then two things may be possible. That it is a magnet whose south pole is here and south pole, north pole are attracting. Or it can be so that it is just a piece of iron and it is attracted by magnet. So by attraction we cannot infer that this is actually a magnet. But on the other hand, if I see repulsion taking place, then repulsion means that both the pieces of are magnet. This is also magnet, this is also magnet, because attraction can take place between two magnets and also between a magnet and unmagnetized bar. But repulsion cannot take between a magnet and unmagnetized bar. If there is repulsion, then it proves that both the things are magnet. So that is why we say that repulsion is the surer test of magnetism. We cannot infer magnetism by attraction, but we can infer magnetism by repulsion. If we see two pieces of iron are repelling each other, then it is 100% confirmed that both the pieces are magnets. Okay, But if we see attraction taking place, then we can't say that both pieces are magnet. So repulsion is used to test for a magnet and not the attraction. Okay. Electromagnetism. See, when a current is passed, when suppose this is a soft iron and you wound wire on it and pass current, then what you see? You will see that it will behave like a magnet. You will see that this will behave like a magnet. But this magnetic property will last as long as there is current. As you switch the current off, the magnetic property will be lost. So this property of magnet, this type of magnetism which lasts as long as current is passed through it, is called electromagnetism. And so the branch of physics that deals with magnetic effect of current is called electromagnetism. So what is electromagnetism? Electromagnetism, let us try to understand what is electromagnetism. So I just told you what is an electromagnet, that a piece of iron on which copper wire is wound, and when current is passed, it is behaving like a magnet. This is called electromagnet. But let us try to understand what is electromagnetism. See, we know that a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field. Previously, it was known that magnetic field can be produced only by the help of magnet. But it has been established that a current carrying conductor can also produce a magnetic field, just like a magnet. So the branch of physics which deals with the magnetic effect of current, okay, not of magnet, magnetic effect of current, is called electromagnetism. Is called what, student? Electromagnetism. And electromagnet is what? As I told you, electromagnet is a piece of iron on which copper wire is being wound. Now, so up to here we are going to study today, and in the next video we will go ahead. Okay, students? So try to understand, see the video and try to understand what I explained.